And awesome, we are off and running. So this screen right now is available in your Manage Boutique right now. Right under Manage Boutique, you'll see a little tab that says Selling Events. And right now, when you hit Schedule a Selling Event, the only options that you will see right now are having a trunk show party or a style session. Since vParty is still in beta, you have to ask the marketing team for a unique link to set up your vParty if you would like to host one. We are more than happy to host a vParty with anyone who would like to try it while we're still in beta. We're really excited about it. It's running pretty smoothly. We're just working out the last couple kinks. So at the end of the webinar, Chris and I will give you some information to let us know if you would like to host a vParty.
And we know you will.
Yes, absolutely. So the first part is setting up your vParty. You just hit select right under this option. And this brings you to the main page where you'll enter in some information about your vParty. First, you'll pick the event date. An important thing to note is that you'll want to set up your event at least 4 to 5 days ahead of time to give people time to block off their schedules and RSVP. And since it's still in beta, somebody on the marketing team is going to have to sit in on your vParty with you. So we just want to make sure that we have time to clear our schedules as well. If you have a host in vParty, you definitely want to make sure that this box right here is checked and you've filled out your host name and email address. And this will ensure that they receive their hostess benefits, all of their free jewelry credit and their 50% off a certain number of items for hosting the vParty with you.
Critical step, guys. You must fill in the host information there if your host wants to get credit for this show.
All right, so this one, Chris and I are just doing it by ourselves, no host. And I'm going to enter in my guest email addresses. So Jackie from the marketing team is going to be joining us today. I've added her to my guest list, and I'll hit next step down here. Next, and this is a really cool part, we get to pick out some pieces that we would like to feature in the lookbook. So I've got a couple already picked out, so I'm just going to search for them here. The Katarina necklace, which is one of Chris's favorites. Alright, so after I've picked out all of my items, and I suggest picking out between 4 to 5 items, some of which you own or you own pieces similar to them. You'll hit next step down here. Next, you can customize the text that goes out in your invitation emails or the reminder emails. Reminder emails aren't fully functional yet, but those are going to be finalized before vParty is off into a general beta.
I just wanted to add in a couple of things. One thing is back on the invitation, when you're deciding who you're going to invite, you need to remember that the same rules apply for online as they really do for in-person. You're never going to find a perfect time for everybody, and you need to invite 3 times more the amount of people as you want to show up. So if you really want 8 people at your vParty, you need to have a guest list of 24, and only the first 8 people who get in will actually be able to go. So if you have more than 8 people who want to go, you can just schedule another vParty and then pick up more host credit and more sales that way. But truly, many of the vParties that I've seen where the invitation lists have included like 6 or 7 people, that's when we really have only 1 or 2 people in attendance. So please, guys, over-invite, and send out those invitations. The next step, which was where Meg chose the items to go into the lookbook, you really want to take her advice and keep that list to either 5 or fewer items. If you have 1 or 2 of the pieces, that is fantastic. If you don't, it's okay. But if you add more than 5 or 6 or 7 pieces, it can really make the event drag on because you've got to keep going forward and you're supposed to explain every single piece. You'd be there for an hour and you'd put everybody to sleep. So really keep it to like 5 items. On this page where you're doing the invitation, You know what? Put in your own personality there. You can leave the standard invitation if you like, or you can add in things that you might want to say. Definitely, I have found that people are surprised when they attend the vParty that they can actually be seen on camera. So one of the notes that I've put in there says something like this. It says, smile, you're on camera. So if you care that people can see you without your makeup and hair done, be sure to do your makeup and hair before you jump on the vParty. Or you know what, you can put funny things in there if you're just hoping to get people to read your invitation and want to attend. You can say, Brad Pitt said he was going to stop by my house today. I'll make sure he pops in on the video for the vParty so he can say hello. You know, just different things that can really keep people interested, and your personality is very important in that actual invitation. Okay, sorry.
All right. Send invitations. So my invitations are on their way, and it's going to bring me back to the main setup page. All right, so when it's time for me to start my vParty, I can just hit Start Event right here. And one thing that I do want to point out before we start the event is that we've added a new feature down here, the invitation link. So let's say that you'd like to invite a friend via text message, or you want to follow up with a personal email. Just make sure that you're copying this link and pasting it either into a text or an email, however you want to get it to them. And I'm going to start my event. To start the event, I'll have to download the Kitsy Lane event viewer every single time that I'm in a vParty. It doesn't matter if I've done 3 vParties before. For my 4th vParty, I'll have to download it a 4th time. On most computers, it's going to take somewhere between 1 to 5 minutes, which is why we recommend that you and your guests get into the party a little bit early just to make sure that you get set up and everything can start on time. All right, so it looks like I'm good to go.
You know, I have found, Meg, that a couple of times people were unable to get in because their either Norton or McAfee software would stop them. And, you know, there aren't any viruses in our software, guys. So if you're a guest or you feel safe, just go and disable that firewall for the length of this vParty, and then they can go back and they can reactivate it once the vParty is done. But that way they can at least participate.
Yes. All right, so as a boutique owner, all I had to do was confirm my email address and password that are associated with my boutique to start the party, and then snap a picture. So Chris and I are going to show you our smiling faces. There we go. We're going to save and start the vParty.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
Hopefully you guys will take better pictures than us. But you can see right away you are on camera. So if you need to have your face all made up, make sure you do it before you join the vParty. All right, so here we are. This is the first screen. Your guests will be able to see it when they join, and this is kind of like the waiting room. Same principle as when you're in the doctor's office. You're just waiting for everyone to come in and get settled before you start the party. A couple things to note right off the bat. You'll see this panel over on the left-hand side. Right now it says Getting Started, and you've got a couple of options down here. So that panel is only available to the boutique owner. It's not available to the host, and it's not available to anybody else in your vParty. And this is just for you to navigate the party. You can jump around between different steps by pulling up this menu that says Party Steps, and you can jump between any of the steps in the party. You'll also be able to move between the steps just by clicking Next Step. This is the easiest way to navigate around vParty. You'll also notice that when you are in the vParty, we're still waiting for Jackie to join us, and I'm not actually sure if my computer will be able to handle multiple people in a vParty, plus the recording equipment, plus the webinar equipment, but we'll see. You can expand their faces. So, hi guys, you can go around in the circle of your vParty attendees, and, whoops, where's Chris? There's Chris. So you can go around in the circle of your vParty attendees. You guys can also see Deborah in the background there. And make sure that everyone just gets the chance to say hi and welcome, introduce themselves if they don't know everyone else on the vParty. All right.
Should we go check on Jackie?
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Oh, thank you.
So hopefully Jackie will be able to jump in and see us shortly, just so you guys can see what vParty looks like with actual guests in it. So this step is the meet and greet. Once all of your guests have joined, you can proceed to this step.
We'll get
and just, yes. And just say hi, welcome, introduce people if they don't know each other. It's always a nice step to, there we go, to make sure that everyone has a chance to get to know each other. One of the great things about having parties, even online parties, is all of the new people that you get to meet and all of the new friends you get to make.
Awesome. Jackie will be joining us.
Yep, and Jackie will be joining us shortly.
So guys, I don't know if you realize this, but this technology is really cutting edge. I mean, many people, when they hear vParty, they think, oh, that must be kind of like one of those chat room parties, or maybe this is like a Facebook party, or, you know, maybe this is like on Skype. You see, this is so much more than all of that, because with the vParty, it's actually like sitting in a living room next to all your girlfriends, because you're able to talk to each other, you're able to see each other, and look, there she is. It's Jackie.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Jackie.
And Jackie's just joined our vParty. So I'm going to make Jackie's face nice and big so she can say hi to everyone.
Hi, everyone.
So you can do this at any point during the party. Just click on one of these little screens down here to expand someone's face. But we are going to go ahead and move on to the next step of the party. So at this point in the party, you kind of want to set the agenda and let people know what's coming up. And 1 second, guys. Yeah. All right. So here you just want to set the agenda, make sure that people know what to expect for the rest of the vParty. There'll be a quick little icebreaker game. We'll walk through that lookbook that we just picked out styles for, play a fun game, and at the end, they get the opportunity to buy a vParty pass.
Awesome.
Okay, so starting things off with the icebreaker game. So here you get to type a little known fun fact about yourself. It can be, you know, whatever you'd like it to be. I have a go-to.
You know what it is?
Yep.
I used it.
I've got a go-to fun fact that I use in every vParty. And you as the boutique owner will be able to see who you're still waiting for or who is hasn't recorded their secrets yet. After this, you just click through the rest of the game. And here I'm going to match up the player with their secret. So I'm going to put the guest little icon next to whatever I think their secret is. You can see that I'm still waiting for Jackie to match up by looking over here on the left-hand panel. All right, and Jackie's all matched up, so now it's time to reveal the secrets. You can pick which person you'd like to reveal a secret for first. I'm going to reveal Jackie's first. And you can see that we both got it right. And next you can see that Jackie guessed my secret and it's also right. And you can tell that our office is big snackers because both of Jackie and my answers were about food. And here, confetti and sparklers, and you can see that Jackie won. We were both tied with 20 points, but the tie always goes to your guest as a polite boutique owner.